Good morning, YouTube. It is June 24th, about 7:15 in the morning. And this is my garden in Lemon Grove, San Diego, California. This was a onion which I cut off the bottom, maybe ½ inch. I did have several others that didn't make it. And there was aphids on the back one. And I threw in a whole banana peel and they were gone the next day. I'm still waiting for the seeds to dry on the celery plant so I can start saving them. This is a poor begonia that burnt up in the heat. We're having a heat wave. Poor thing. But it is putting out more buds. And that white stuff is the actual petals from the celery. I do not see any sign of buds on my stargazer lily. I can transplant the leeks now. I did pull the garlic. I actually got one decent head, and that's because I planted that one directly in there. All the rest of them were transplants because I planted way too many in a planter. And pansy. Everything has got either heat, food, and or water stress. There is the coleus with diachondra growing in it. Haven't seen diachondra in years. Now the seeds are still viable apparently. And baby's breath. And the chayote is coming. Usually by this time of year, this whole half is covered with chayote vine. But I got it in late, way late. Well, it took me quite a while to get one to start. And there's some of the mystery plant. Here is New Zealand spinach. It's quite moist. And in with the New Zealand spinach, I have planted 3 kohlrabi, which they haven't done anything so far. Flamingo's leaning, but not down. The sun's coming in. Yay, plants are going to get a little sun. I got some trampoline netting. It's the side that keeps the kids from bouncing off the trampoline. It makes a good shade cloth. And my poor babies that never got transplanted out. But the chamomile's getting ready to bloom. Some more of the mystery plant. But I did see that I have buds from when I deadheaded the stalk. So I guess you have to hit it at just the right place because you can see where they came from there. But they're not coming from any of the other ones. And strawberry plants. And the Hubbard squash. Turning blue. Gonna be ready soon. How soon, I don't know. They are a winter squash. So it may grow for a couple more months for all I know. And this is going crazy. Got buddies over here. What you eating, buddies? What you eating, buddies? You finding buggies, huh? And the sun's really taking its toll, or the heat and the sun, on the dragon fruit. That I cut off of the mother plant. So it has every right to be dead. It wasn't developing. I don't need any more than 2. And I see what the buddies are eating. They're enjoying the tasty seed pods. The only thing is the little fat things are breaking the branches down. Oh, let's see what's happening with the Hubbard that I planted. Oh, it doesn't look like they're going to make it. They're all turning yellow. Nothing's been fertilized. They're pollinated. Some more seeds for the birdies. And humongous, oh, it's not even going to seed yet. Daikon radish, lemon balm, not stinging nettle. Now this is the garlic that I pulled up. Oh, it's got 4 cloves in it. That one's got nothing. That one's kind of squishy. Need to bring them in and use them if they're usable. Another dragon fruit blossom. This dragon fruit looks like it did take. There we go. But I don't know about this one. We have no bees. But this blooms at night, so I wonder if it's a moth that actually does the pollinating. I think it is. I think that might be my last bud. Going to be getting a gate soon. Well, I've got the gate. I just need to get someone to install it. Look, the heat even burnt up leaves way down here. They don't get that much sun. Bachelor buttons. One poor sweet pea trying to survive. Thyme. This is Watsonia. Once it dies back all the way, I'll pull out the dead stuff. But I want it to die back naturally. I would say it's died back naturally. That heat has just taken its toll on the whole garden. I have one that's not going to give up. So until you totally die back, I'm not digging this out. And let's see, how tall are you today? How much taller are you today? Oops, get back over here. And my poor little zinnia is falling over, and it's so pretty. The thing is, it should be a pink zinnia, but the petals are burnt, so it's a really pretty pink and orange. Need to get a stake in you. Now all of a sudden, the hyssop is setting bud. I never got anything transplanted. Volunteer watermelon is starting to run. This zinnia's got a passel of buds. This one's got one good sized bud. And the wasps keep eating my baby monarch caterpillars. Look, didn't even get a chance to bloom. I just cooked it. I smell strawberries. There's a nice one. It's a good one. I've had much better. But it started bearing in February too, which I don't think it was supposed to do. Don't mind me while I eat. It's okay. I've had better. It wasn't that sweet. And sun, heat, cooking. That poor horseradish. And the young leaves are really tasty on sandwiches or in salads. And I'm getting seed pods from, I think they just call this wildflowers. But you can see where the birdies have been eating my radish seeds. Well, it's their radish seeds too. Back under what little shade I can get. I do have more of it. I just have trouble stretching it across. I've pretty much given up on the garden. And where was it? Yesterday I saw buds. Isn't that buds or is that more leaf breaks? Can't look through the camera. Nope, that's definitely a bud right there. Nope. This camera's annoying because the lens is up in the upper left-hand corner, where all my other cameras has been dead center. So I'm constantly filming, or not filming. And a wasp trap because I'm severely allergic to them. They put me in the hospital twice. There's another wasp trap. They're catching everything but wasp. I've followed every weird recipe there is. Those are my squashes. Oh, come here. Come here. So you can see how big they are. Okay, one-handed filming. So if you made it this far, that's going to be the contest. It's how many pounds. Okay, that's supposed to be a blue marrow squash, but it's a winter squash. It turned yellow, not blue. But back to the squash contest. When they are ripe, they are turning blue, so hopefully it won't be too long. Need to guess the combined weight of the two squash. And the prize is a cooling down towel. You wet it, shake it, it gets very cold. You put it around your neck or over your shoulders, on top of your head, and it cools you down right away. And when it starts to dry out in hours, you just wet it again. If it starts to warm up, you just take it off, shake it, put it back around your neck, and it's nice and cool. But that's going to be the contest, when those squash actually get big enough to take down. And I think this one's problem is lack of water. There's, I think, like it, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 10 to a dozen volunteer tomato plants in there. And this, my neighbor on the other side, threw over the fence. He throws good stuff, bad stuff, all sorts of stuff over the fence for me. The only thing is he rarely tells me, and I find it too many days later. So I don't know if those lavender and white Martha Washingtons are going to make it. They don't look like it. They've been in here for maybe a week, but I won't give up. But I definitely need to water. Okay, we have one poor little poppy. And it doesn't look too great. Tomatoes. Oh, I see some color. We're starting to color up, so it's not going to be a good-sized tomato. I was hoping it was going to be a good-sized tomato since my other plants are not doing well. And look at the size of that little baby. And I deadheaded the salvia, so hopefully it'll put out another flush of flowers. It usually blooms all year round, just not as heavy later on. And burnt up from the sun. These have started growing since the 101 and 102 days. Got birds playing in the trees. Well, I need to water now. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, you may. I won't stop you. And if you want to do the if you want me to do the contest, click like. That's if you've gotten this far. Bye for now.